Hello, my name is LaQuita Banks, and I am the proud owner of a Habitat for Humanity home. I started this journey a little bit before 2011 when I was helping a friend build her Habitat for Humanity home here in West Dallas. And then another friend built her home off of Bear Street on Valentine. And I was like, wow, you guys are getting these houses. And they were like, yeah, Habitat is doing them. They are definitely worth what it takes to get one. The program and finding out what it would take to become a homeowner. I did not think a home was definitely in my future to own, and went through all of the steps to make it happen. One of my very favorite stories to tell is the day that we started the build on this house. It was sleeting. So I knew without a doubt that they were going to call me and say, we're not building today. So I muscled up the strength, got in the sleet, and I drove to this site. When I got to this site, I turned on McBroom Street. The street was filled with cars from the stop sign to the stop sign at Navarro. And I was greeted with so much love from people who I didn't even know. They didn't even know my name yet, I don't think. But the first person that I encountered was the parent of one of the students, offering me a hot cup of coffee. It was freezing outside, and that was the first initial meeting with this lady. I didn't know who was going to be my sponsors, nor did I even know that there was a sponsorship type thing. I just knew that I was going to build and Habitat was going to help me. So I got on the build site and I was greeted by Claire and her mother, Miss Noble. Miss Noble, like I said previously, is the parent that brought me the coffee. Like, they had everything set out and, just walk up and get a coffee, but she greeted me with a hot cup of coffee on this really cold day. And that, along with the fact that when I moved in, they came together and gave me a separate housewarming. Like, who would have ever thought? Like a cake. On the cake, they drew a purple door. They brought a gallon of grape jam paint and painted my door
purple. Painting party.
A purple painting party. And so I'm forever grateful to Habitat, because just being a sponsor, by being a sponsor, you gain the respect, you gain the love, and I feel like this is my family. I don't feel like, oh, these are sponsors. No, I feel like this is part of my family. Like, I love you, Claire.
I love you.
Oh. I really do.
I do love you.
I really do. I'm so thankful for you. I'm
always
so
thankful for you. Oh, you're gonna get me crying. No cry.
I'm so thankful for not just Habitat for Humanity, but the people that Habitat for Humanity brings, the relationships that they allow you to foster, and
And the lives that they change.
the lives that they change.
By the time I got to LaQuita's house, I was already loving building, but really the relationship I was able to build with LaQuita made me so much more excited, because I was really able to see more the impact that Hockaday and St. Mark's as schools could really build on this street. Specifically, LaQuita's impact on Hockaday and Habitat's impact on Hockaday cannot be ignored, Hockaday and St. Mark's. While yes, I feel like Hockaday and St. Mark's have given so much to Habitat, we cannot ignore how much Habitat and our Habitat families have contributed in educating the Hockaday and St. Mark's families. We have had interactions that probably never would have happened before, and meeting people and hearing LaQuita's story and our other Habitat family's story, and really just kind of opening our eyes to relationships and places of our own city that we probably would have never traveled before if it weren't for the Dallas area Habitat. So just thinking about that, people at Hakate are now more aware of some of the social justice issues that need to be addressed, the importance of housing. By looking at housing and addressing housing issues, you can improve so much more. You help food security, you improve education, and understanding the importance of housing as a fundamental human right. I work with Boston Area Habitat for Humanity, and at Boston College, where I went to school, I was the president of the Boston College Habitat campus chapter. Every year on our first general meeting, we were trying to get people to catch that habitat bug. Do you know who I talked about? I talked about LaQuita. And I talked about my experience as one of the house leaders back at my high school build of the most enthusiastic, generous, grateful, gracious, happy people I've ever met, and that was LaQuita.
Aside from me just telling you my story, my journey, my experiences, I'm speaking for families just like mine. This program, Dallas Area Habitat for Humanity, changes people's lives. So from my heart, I thank every sponsor. I thank every sponsor that's donated for other bills. I definitely thank my sponsors like crazy. And you guys just need to know that from a perspective of a family who is taking full advantage of Dallas Area Habitat for Humanity and all that it has to offer, thank you in advance. Thank you, thank you, thank you for helping make another family's dream come true.